Hey friends, welcome to Ultimate Physics Classes. It's me with you, Raj Bhattacharya, the helping hand or the guide of this lesson. Today I am bringing the new course series of class 8 chapter, that is light. So light is a very interesting chapter. So we will be knowing this chapter clearly, what are there and what things are not there. We will be understanding this clearly in this chapter in this video. The video I have divided into 3 parts since the light chapter is a very important as well as a very big chapter. So you will be feeling convenient to study it in parts. So this is the part 1. I will be covering 5 parts here. Next 5 parts in part 2 and the rest 5 in the part 3 of the lesson. So let's start today's video. So today we are present with the chapter Light of Class 8. So let's see quickly at have a glance at the questions we will be studying today. First question is what makes things visible? What is light? What is meant by reflection? Laws of reflection, characteristics of image formed by a plane mirror. So these are the first 5 questions we will be studying in this chapter in this part 1 of the lesson. So without wasting any delay, without creating any delay, let's move on to our lesson. So the answer to the first question, what makes things visible? The direct answer for this question is light makes any objects visible. Due to light, we can see objects. Now, light is a universal energy that helps us to see objects or gives us the sensation of seeing. Just like we have studied that sound produces in us the sensation of hearing, just like that light produces in us the sensation of seeing. The next question is what is light? So now we have referred to the word that light is a form of energy, but what actually light is? First of all, light is a form of energy. It is a form of energy in presence of which we can see any object. So light can't be seen in any absence of object. Hence light can only be seen when an object is an object can only be seen when light is present. Let's move on to the third question. It says that what is meant by reflection? What is meant by reflection is the question. So the phenomenon of bouncing back of light after getting crashed with a smooth surface will be called as the phenomenon of reflection. Now what does this actually mean? Suppose you have kept a mirror and you are projecting a torchlight in front of it. Won't the light ray get reflected or get bounced back from the surface? This is just because the object on which you are producing or you are ejecting the light is a very shiny surface, due to which it is reflecting almost all of the light falling on the surface. So what is reflection? It's a phenomenon which creates a bouncing back of light after getting back or after crashing with a substance which is shiny. This is called the reflection of light. From this, 3 more concepts come that we are discussing about light. So why don't we discuss about the types of rays which produce the light? So the first ray, that is incident ray, or the ray that falls on a surface of an object, or the first ray that falls on the surface of an object will be called as the incident ray, just because it is the first ray that falls on the surface of the object. This ray crashes with the object and produces the reflected ray. Now normal is a perpendicular line drawn. Now why perpendicular line drawn? What perpendicular line drawn? This we will be clarifying in the next question. Till now you should know what this actually mean. Next is reflected ray, the ray getting reflected simply. So we have studied about incident ray, that is ray falling on the surface of an object will be called incident ray. In normal, a perpendicular line drawn. From a reflected ray, the ray getting reflected. Now let's study about the laws of reflection. So we are studying about the laws of reflection. So let's quickly see what are the laws of reflection. So laws of reflection. The first law, that is angle of incidence is equals to the angle of reflection. You might have remember I have told you what is incident ray, what is reflected ray. So this case similarly comes here. What is incidence and what is reflection? You know this now, and what is meant by angle of incidence and angle of reflection, this I will be telling you now. Till now you know that angle of incidence equals to angle of reflection. This is the first rule, and the second rule is the incident ray, reflected ray and the normal all lie on the same plane. This means that incident ray, that reflected ray and the normal which is created a perpendicular line, all will be on our same plane. Now with the help of this diagram, let's clarify all your doubts that you have regarding these topics. So the first one, as you can see here, has drawn AOB. So this is a full ray. This is shaded portion is the mirror. Now there are 4 points here, as you can see here. This is point A, this is point O, this is point B, and this is point C. So these are the 4 points available here. Now let's see what are these. First of all, AO, or the first ray which is falling on the surface, will be called as the incident ray, as I have told you in previously that what is incident ray. Next, BO, or the light bouncing, will be called as reflected ray. Now what is angle of incidence? We draw a perpendicular or a 90-degree line from O position. This is just a perpendicular line drawn or a straight line drawn. Now there's an angle created, as you can see here. It's an angle. In a similar manner, the AOC is called the angle of incidence, represented by angle I. And in the similar manner, COB is called the angle of reflection. So angle I and angle A both are the two angles of the necessary reflection. So AOC is the angle of incidence and COB is the angle of reflection. Now we move on to the question number 5, because this is interesting. We have completed this part. Now let's move on to the question number 5. What is question number 5? Question number 5, what are the characteristics of an image formed by a plane mirror? A plane mirror is a simple mirror, no convex, no bulging, nothing, just a simple plane mirror. Let's see what are the characteristics of the image formed by that mirror. First of all, the image is erect, or the image is straight. No bending, no bulging, nothing. The image is straight or erect. The image is of the same size. Neither the image is bigger, neither the image is smaller. The image is of the same size. The image is of the same distance. Suppose you are standing at a distance of 2 meters from that of your image. Your image will also be standing at 2 meters away. The image can be bought on a screen. This is not true. The image cannot be bought on a screen, since this is not a virtual image. Okay, the difference between virtual image and real image I will be clarifying in my next videos. Do watch that videos. From this topic we get another topic, that is lateral inversion, because there is also a 5th point written which I have not written, which is the image is laterally inverted. Now what does laterally inverted mean? So in understanding laterally inverted, we need to understand what is lateral inversion. Lateral inversion is the interchanging of the image's position. For example, if you have ever raised your right hand in front of a mirror, you might have seen that your right hand has appeared as your left hand, or if you have raised your left hand, that left hand might have appeared as your right hand. This is just because of lateral inversion. More clarified doubts on lateral inversion will be showed on me in my next videos. So this was the topic of lateral inversion. So we have covered 5 topics till now. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you enjoyed this lesson, do subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon aside. Thank you.